Hello, hello, it's Kitti, your declutter specialist, coming to you live from live or recorded, depending on what platform you're watching on, from picturesque Atlantic Canada, where it is, in fact, a very pleasant day. Sorry, I just got distracted. I think I can see some ocean waves out there. I don't look out that window that often, so it's amazing how you can. Do you ever notice that sometimes you can notice something that you've looked at it and you've looked at it for years, and all of a sudden it's like seeing something for the first time. Funny. I think it must be part of old age. All right. So who am I? I am Kitti with Declutter The Brain, and what do I do? Well, entrepreneurs come to me to help them eliminate their clutter and overwhelm in 90 days. Sometimes less, so that they can focus on making more money and creating an amazing life for themselves and for their families. Now, I believe that physical clutter and lack of focus and concentration are really, really closely entwined, and that is why I've developed a step-by-step system that has helped me and my clients to get rid of years of clutter without getting completely overwhelmed by the process. Now, does that sound like something that could interest you? Stay tuned, and I'll tell you the next step to take. Now, speaking of clutter and overwhelm, oh good heavens, I posted I'm about to post in about an hour in the Declutter The Brain Facebook group a couple of pictures that I took personally of my own closet, which is a disaster area. It's been coming, it's about a year in the making, I'm ashamed to say. And it does have something to do with someone else, so it's not just me. But at the end of the day, you have to own the responsibility, and you have to say, well, you did let that, you didn't do something about it, whatever the reason was. And hey, we all have our reasons. Just own if you're ever faced with something like this, just own the reason, get in there and do it. And I did start doing something about this particular closet yesterday. I'm very proud to say it took a couple hours off yesterday afternoon, yesterday being Labor Day, and I tackled it. If you'd like to see the beef, hello, thank you for joining. I wonder if that's Michael. And if it isn't, I'm glad to see you anyway. I can't always see who is viewing, so Jocelyn, if that's you, hello. Yeah, so if you're interested in seeing what I'm about, the project I'm about to start, join, and that's the next subject, our Declutter The Brain Facebook group. It's a Facebook group, and our members have a common goal, and that is to clear their clutter. Clear the clutter, hello Michael, that and overwhelm that holds us back from being the super achievers and money makers that we are meant to be. And we share tips and tricks to minimize our overwhelm, maximize our productivity. We are about to be starting workshops and special guests, and the link is down below. Come and join us. Come and check us out, see what we're all about. And there are exclusive photos from yours truly that you will not see anywhere else. Fortunately, I think this will be the only one that I have to share. Well, I'll be sharing my journey. So with this particular closet, the other ones, it's just too small. I've done what I can with them. Hi. All right, so this week we are talking about, what day are we now? We are day 365 of our Facebook Lives at 11 Eastern. And yes, we always have a weekly theme, and this week's theme is the difference between collecting, cluttering, if that's a verb, and hoarding. And when I was doing my research on this, it's a really fine line, and it's a disturbing fine line. I'm thinking to a couple of two family members in particular, and it's where do you draw the line? Now, I want to make a disclaimer here. The following, all of this week, is not intended to be medical advice. If you do believe that you or a family member or friend need help, please seek a professional. You can and if you want to, if you don't want to go that route just yet, and you want to maybe get an eye on if it does need super professional help, then send me a message, book a call with me. I'll tell you how in a few minutes, and I can direct you in the right direction. And I promise you, I will not take your money if I don't think that I can help. All right, moving along. So, hey, squirrel. Okay. So when I tell people that I help people declutter their space, they say, "Oh, like those hoarding shows on TV," and there's almost an evil joy within them, like point the finger, and I don't like that. I stand before you and I say I really don't like that. I don't think anyone can judge someone else's pain. All right, but anyway, it is what it is. The show obviously is popular for a reason, the hoarding shows. So what I have discovered is that there is a huge difference between collecting, cluttering, and hoarding. Although it can certainly be perceived as the same, right? Now, I'll recap my own experience when I was still doing in-person decluttering a few years ago. A gentleman called me up and said, my wife's collecting has taken over. Can you help? So I visited, and I was a few steps into the house, and I just had a weird feeling, and a little voice said to me, "I can't help." And then the man took me around. We did make a few little changes to make some room, and didn't even get rid of anything, just made a few little feng shui changes, and it worked. Nice job on the feng shui as well, Michael, by the way. I forgot to mention that in our message. And then when I saw the woman with her arms crossed and just having none of it, so if there is if there's a difference that I see between the collecting, the clutter, and the hoarding, the difference is as follows. It's in certainly it's in the eye of the beholder, but most importantly, it is in the mind of the person. Do they want to change? Because sometimes things can happen, and you will see in these pictures of my storage closet, you will see that these things can happen. To the best, to the best or the worst of us, but do we want to do something about it? So today we're talking about collecting, and these are actual definitions, so forgive me if I read. Now, collecting always has a special theme. Now, whether that's dolls, or it's figurines, or it's stamps, or what have you. Anyway, it's well grouped, it's well organized. Oftentimes they're very valuable, and they're meant to be appreciated. Buddy will come over and Buddy will say, "Come on over and view my gun collection." I guess. I'm not a big fan of guns, but maybe your Royal Dalton, or whatever it is. But anyway, they're meant to be appreciated. All right, and they're acquired via planned searches. All right, going on Craigslist or whatever, going through Value Village. And they do not take over living spaces, and they have a positive and pleasurable impact. Usually doesn't cause financial distress. Now again, this is general. Usually does not. I don't know why I have that part right here. Now hoarding, that versus hoarding on the opposite end of the spectrum, it's a different animal, and it's not, hoarding is not organized or systematic. So when you're thinking collecting, think stamps, and you'll be pretty much on the right path. Yeah, it just doesn't produce collecting doesn't produce the distress. In fact, it produces exactly the opposite. It produces dopamine. It produces just basically pleasure and pride. Now, ladies, if I'll go old school here, if somebody calls you and says to you, "Come over and see my etchings," run the other way. He has no etchings to show you. Michael, do you remember that expression? Put yes if you do. If you're not driving. If you're driving, do not print and do not type anything. Okay, so here we go. That was that about that. That's about collecting. And if you enjoyed this video, share it. Hit the share button, not because I asked you to, but because you don't know if someone out there is doubting themselves. Am I a collector, or do I just have simple clutter, or am I a hoarder? They may not even be having any of those thoughts. They may be just saying, hello, hello. They're not saying hello. I'm saying hello to someone who just joined. They may be just having a bad day and they need cheering up. Anyway, if you are the kind of person who is watching this video, I know that you're heart-centered. Share this video. You don't know whose day, maybe it's over in Europe, that is going to see this, and you're going to cheer them up. What else? Yeah, I like to do things in order. I did mention the Declutter The Brain Facebook group. Further to that, and basically apropos of nothing, if you are thinking of perhaps getting on your own decluttered, actually, I'm going to say this first. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Do you ever feel like, we've all felt that way, like your life is in total chaos? Yeah, every day, Kitti. Do you wish that there was a easy button to just declutter your space so that you can declutter your brain? Your brain is all frazzled. I feel like that pretty much every day because of ADHD. It just it takes me a lot to concentrate. So clutter, I can't have any because it will clutter my brain. Follow me? All right. Finally, do you just want to feel at peace in your surroundings? Feel at peace when you come home. Feel at peace when you wake up and look around your bedroom. Yeah? So that is what my clients come to, that's what they come to me for, is because they're sick and tired of being sick and tired. They're sick and tired of being nagged. They want more energy. They want to be able to invite their landlord over to do repairs. The real stories here, I'm telling you. They're tired of being overwhelmed. So if this is tapping you on the shoulder and saying, hello, hello, let's jump on a 30-minute call. It's a clutter checkup call, and I will listen to see if or what your clutter is costing you in your health, in your wealth, in your relationships, because believe me, it can be cumulative. And together we'll create a plan for you to take immediate action. And then we can also see if you would benefit by going further, faster in one of my programs, custom designed for you. Yeah, I do custom design programs. It's not a cookie cutter here. Now, if you've decided that you're ready to take action, what do? I told you I was going to give you the next step. It is go to www.declutterthebrain.com. There's a booking link there, or you can direct message me. Hey, I'm accessible. Just send me a direct message on Facebook. And in return for going to declutterthebrain.com, get your jump start here. 7 easy steps to clear your clutter. It'll give you a head start. Comes with 7 videos to march you on your way. All right, until tomorrow, 11 Eastern, thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.